don't pull out. Blimey. So that's flat out, it's just... wipes instead of indicators, that's proper JDM.
Oh, it's filthy!
Hello and welcome back to the GT86 build. We were so keen to get it on the dyno and see what power it was making that we couldn't resist just getting it on before we washed it.
Well, I took it up the road and put some V-power in it, and because the fuel tank was completely empty, so it's got decent fuel running in it now, and it's made 182.2 horsepower. So as you can see, it's not the nicest curve either, but that's just stock and how it is. So we did a few runs, they're all comparable. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the gains that we get by doing an engine swap. As you can see, the torque pretty much flatlines at 152 foot-pound. K-swaps are renowned for not having much torque, so that's not going to increase drastically, but hopefully the brake horsepower we can do a lot with. Drives really nicely though. Like I said, drove up the road to go and get the fuel. It's just a nice car, nice gearbox, brakes feel good, so it just feels like a real good base to get going with. So we're going to take off the dyno now. Fit a rear fog light and do a couple of other bits that we've got to do to make sure it's MOT worthy, and then take it for an MOT and do the paperwork and get it road registered.
Let's put the time on the leaderboard, and then when it's got its engine swap, it'll be right up there.
Will it?
We'll see. 182.2 horsepower, so that's our GT86 in stock form, done on our Maha MSR 500 Tegiwa dyno. We do offer a power run service if you're interested to get on our power wall, but yeah, be interested to see how much more it's going to make after its K-swap. So.
Some Japanese. Does it taste of Pocari's that? Oh, so close.
Just on the handle. It's been 2 weeks, hasn't it, or so, since we dynoed it, cleaned it. You've been busy MOTing it.
Yeah, took it for an, well, we obviously fitted the fog light first, converted the speedo, took it for an MOT. The MOT station couldn't believe how clean it was. Obviously I told him the mileage and he was like, no, it can't be, because underneath is immaculate like you saw before. So yeah, passed its MOT. I did the Nova declaration, that's a declaration to show that you've paid the customs. Then sent off a V55/5 form with a registration fee and some tax, and done. So yeah, the number plates are on the way to us, and it's now road registered MOT car, ready for us to drive around. But we're not going to drive it around. We're going to pull it to bits.
Well, we actually are going to drive it. You've driven it to the MOT and you've driven it from the container which was over there to here. but we've not actually road tested it as such.
Yeah, well, we need to see what it's like down some windy roads and just see what it feels like, so we've got an idea of what it's going to become when it's fully done.
Let's go drive it, and then we can set about building a rally car, can't we?
Let's go. Look, you're trying to race me. Be it.
Let's go for a drive, Luke.
Right then.
First thoughts on it? It's a bit different to an Acti.
Yeah, I love driving Actis.
So you've not driven it yet, have you? This is like first actual drive out.
Well, I obviously
the
drove
road.
it out of the container.
That doesn't count.
That was quite spiritual. Oh, don't pull out. Blimey.
This is the only time we're going to be driving it in stock form as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because hopefully we're going to pull it to pieces tomorrow.
So in stock form, what do you think?
Well, it's lovely, isn't it? Like, it's a really nice driving position.
Yeah.
The interior is actually dead nice. Like, it's even got this kind of fake carbon dash. Gear stick feels great. Like, yeah, it just feels very positive.
What do you think it's needed to make it a competitive rally car?
Oh, it needs a bit of power. I can tell that already.
Does it feel underpowered like everyone reckons they are?
I'll nail it in a minute and we'll see, but you can tell that it's actually quite steady. But then again, I am used to driving faster cars generally. Yeah, it's quite a steady way.
Yeah. Very linear, isn't it?
Tunnel run. So what it is though, 6th gear, like, it is just a nice car to drive up the dual carriageway in. Like, I can see how it could be a good all-rounder.
Be a good daily for someone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
If anyone's looking to import one, hit us up. Tunnel, incoming.
It's obviously only got everything standard exhaust and everything, but we can let it have it. Shift light.
Did get a little punch in me back then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. That's just foot to the floor though, like, it just hasn't really,
Yeah.
like, the speed's in kilometres, we're doing the speed limit.
So when we say we're stripping it, what's coming out of it, Luke?
Everything.
Literally everything.
Dash, like the whole lot. We've even got, so we've got a new lightweight fiberglass dashboard. We've got Haltech DigiDash. So we've got heated front screen. So everything we can get out of it, we're getting out of it. We're going to leave the wiring loom fairly standard, so we don't end up making ourselves have a load of headache with wiring problems. But yeah, as much, well, pretty much everything out of it. It should just be a bare shell. Taking the bumps nicely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not crashy at all, is it?
No.
You flick the handbrake and give us a well-executed handbrake turn.
Well, we'll try that in a minute, shall we?
Is there, do you think you might keep that stock, seeing as it's so good?
I don't really know. Like, obviously the given is to upgrade to a hydro handbrake. The thing is, it's good, but we are on winter grips. I think as soon as we're on some sticky rally tyres, the standard handbrake probably isn't going to have it. You just have to thrash it to even kind of half get somewhere. Like, it is actually crying out for an engine swap, isn't it?
Yeah. How much weight do you think you're going to get out of it?
Well, it'd be nice to get out of it more than we put back into it. Obviously, we've got all of the roll cage and everything to fit, so I don't know. I'd have thought we'll get well over 100 kilos out. But it'll be interesting to see, won't it? We'll obviously put it on the scales and see where we get to. But I am impressed with how nicely it drives.
I suppose it's enough power for
Well,
the UK roads, isn't
that's
it?
the argument, isn't it? On roads like this, like if you stick to B roads,
Yeah.
if you stick to B roads, then it's good enough. But obviously for what we're trying to do with it, it's not good enough. Doesn't feel out of place in a nice little village like this either, does it?
How's it compared to other rear-wheel drive sports car you've driven? Like an S2000 for an example.
Well, they feel quite positive as well, don't they?
Yeah. They need the neck ring in a bit as well, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all very comparable, really. Wipers instead of indicators, that's proper JDM. Well, I think we've proven, haven't we? It's a nice car. Like,
Yes.
it does what it was meant to do. Drives around the lanes nicely, goes down the normal roads nicely.
So it's a brilliant daily if you only need a two-seater, isn't it?
Two-seater.
Sorry, four-seater if you've got no legs.
So that's flat out. It's just, you've got to really wring its neck to get anywhere.
It's absolutely screaming out for an exhaust, isn't it?
Oh yeah. But yeah, it is nice, isn't it? Like, I can't wait. If we keep this, obviously driving position's going to stay the same. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a thing. The steering column's got loads of movement as well. Like, it's got all of that.
I'm pretty jealous. You will have seen Ortiz TRD GT86 in the last episode. Pretty jealous of that because
Oh yeah,
that's like this on steroids, and it's pretty special because it's got every single bit on it. So that will be a super nice daily. Oh, it's quite close, isn't it? That pose.
tight that.
Goes around nice.
Oh, now it's dead end. Trying to make that dead cool then, and it's dead end. Goes around nicely, doesn't it?
It goes around
I reckon
lovely.
we need to get a cone out
Yeah.
so we can do a little.
Yeah. Jason's come to see what all the fuss is about. Yeah, nice.
There we go. Well, we've shown that if you want to do a donut, it does it really nice. Right, we're about to start taking some parts off it. We put it on the scales to see what it's already weighing. It's got a full tank of fuel and it weighs 1,235 kilos. A bit lighter than expected. I think Google said it was 1,275. So obviously with an empty tank of fuel, it's going to be 1,200. As we said before, we want to get it as light as possible. The way rallying works is the class is done on engine capacity. The lighter we can get it, to a degree, the better, because obviously power to weight goes up and the car should be quicker, handle better, stop better. I don't know what it's anyone's guess what we're going to get down to really, but I'd like to think that we're going to get at least 100 kilos out of it, if not a bit more. But yeah, just keep watching and you'll see where we get to. Right, so we start with the boot. It's obviously quite a known track day mod that when people start taking their cars on track, they strip things out. So I thought I'd do it in order. So we've completely stripped the boot and saved 20 kilos. As far as power to weight goes, it was 147.5 brake horsepower per tonne. And just by stripping the boot, it's gone to 150 brake horsepower per tonne. 2.5 brake horsepower per tonne would make a small amount of difference. Like if you were racing on a track and you had that over another car that was identical, you would be able to gain an advantage and go past him. So we'll now go on and do the back seat and you'll see where that gets us to. So we're now at 1,192. We stripped the boot and we stripped the back seat. That's now made the power to weight go up to 152.8 brake horsepower per tonne. Considering all we've done is stripped it out like lots of people would do on a track day, well, we've saved, what have we saved, 40 odd kilos by doing nothing, by just removing this stuff, which is all stuff you don't need unless you want people in the back. So, well worth saving, really. Front seats and door cards out now. We're down to 1146 kilos. So the brake horsepower per tonne is now 158.8. So again, it's flying up. The weight saving we've made there on taking the seats and door cards out, we are putting seats and door cards back in, but the seats we've got are some carbon fibre RRS seats, and they weigh 7 kilos each. The amount of weight we've saved by taking the standard stuff out, we're hardly putting anything back in comparison. So we've now pretty much stripped it as far as you'd want to if you were just building a track day car. Carpets out, roof lining out, everything out that you don't need rearwards from the driver, so no rear airbags, as much of the stuff out as you can. There's still obviously some sound deadening to do, but that's quite a big job. And then moving forward, it's the dash and the airbags. Yeah, as I guessed, 100 kilos, like that is kind of where we got to so far. We've actually got a really lightweight dash to go in, so the next job is to take all the dashboard out. But we are just going to start it up now, see if everything still starts and if we've got any check lights. We're obviously going to have airbag check lights because we've unplugged a few of them, but apart from that, everything should still be off. So, as I said, we've just got the airbag light, so we've got no ABS warnings or anything. So we haven't unplugged any of the wheel speed sensors or any of the other sensors that we're not sure of yet. So pretty good so far, and we'll just keep on going. So everything with a yellow plug on it like this, including the main controller down here, is airbag. Well, normally it's airbag. So basically everything that's like that, we're not going to cut off, but we're going to coil up and remove so it's well out of the way. Obviously I've already unplugged the ABS module, so we can unbolt that in a minute. Airbag module. Just ABS. Airbag only. Out the old, show you the new one. So as you can see, it's going to save us a load of weight, that is. Not a lot to it, but it doesn't need to be. Ford is just cutting the dash bar because we want to drive it without the dashboard in. But obviously I need that part of the dash bar to hold the steering column up. $10.99, well $10.98 now. It is still drivable like this, to be fair. You could just bolt a seat in it. Like obviously we've ripped all the dash out, but we've still kept the dash bar on the driver's side, which holds the steering column. The speedo cluster's back in. We are going to bolt the seat back in and the steering wheel and drive up the road. We're doing it just to make sure that everything is still working fine as we expected. And we're pretty much there now on all of the interior weight removal. So yeah, huge saving. Obviously we started at, what have we saved, 135 kilos is a huge amount. We've got a lot to go back in it because obviously being a rally car, we've got 2 seats, roll cage, all of the safety stuff, but nothing like that weight. So we will be down once it's all built. So yeah, let's see if it drives and make sure we've got no check lights on. Obviously super crude, but just to stop it actually falling out. So obviously we've got handbrake light, take that off. Airbag lights come on now. So we'll see what comes on when we drive up the road. So, well, no lights back on. ABS still works. We unplug a few more things and see if anything else can be unplugged and won't stop anything from working. Right, so these have got an electric boot that is standard. They're not allowed for racing because the marshal or anyone has to be able to open the boot if the isolator's off. So luckily, there's a little key barrel here, which is obviously the manual opening, and we've managed to use the cable with a little pull cord here. So we are going to expand on this so there's more to pull, but basically it's pull that, boot opens. So now it's not an electric boot anymore. Then if you just have a quick look inside, so we've had a bit of a tidy up in here. It's gradually getting there. We've had to retain the start button and then this, which is the keyless entry fob. So those two are still there. We removed loads of the other wires that we can, taped a lot up. So we're just going to go for another quick test to make sure everything's okay. And then we'll continue taping everything up. TC still works. Speed still works.
Okay, so. Okay, so. Don't you want me to do that?
No, you can do it. We're just going to have to like have a little laugh.
You can have a giggle, okay. Okay, so. You've stripped the car.
Yeah, so we got 136 kilos out of it in parts. Then we've still got the glass to get out of it. We've done some sound deadening removal and a few other little bits. So I reckon by the time we're completely done, we're going to be at least 150. That's just interior. We've then obviously got exhaust and various other things on the car. So in reality, we should be close to getting 200 kilos out of it. Obviously, we've then got an awful lot of parts to go back into it, but it shouldn't weigh anywhere near 200 kilos.
Have you driven it then in this form it's in now?
Yeah. So as we were taking the parts out of it, we kept on driving it over and over again just to make sure that everything worked. These modern cars have got that much wiring in them with ABS sensors and all sorts of stuff going on. So we wanted to make sure that the car worked perfectly before we went to the next stage. So yeah, drove up the road. Obviously I didn't have all the buttons attached, so I couldn't turn traction control off, for example, but traction control was intervening, which means it was working. And yeah, car all felt good. It was a bit crazy, sat in there with a seat and steering wheel and no dash or anything else, but yeah, it was good fun and it worked.
So thank you for watching. That's episode 2 complete. If you are enjoying the episode so far, then like and subscribe. What's next, Luke?
Well, episode 3 is going to be an interesting one where we get to see all of the exciting parts we've got to fit. All the parts have come from Tegiwa and they're everything that we sell on a daily basis. So yeah, stay tuned and hope you look forward to it.